Good morning everyone and welcome to round 2 of the GT Cup Championship. It is currently Friday morning and testing is taking place today. We will be on the Indy layout, so only about 3 corners will be the same compared to the big GP loop. However, it's good for our pit stop practice, nailing that and practicing some corners and getting back in the car. We haven't been back in the car since Donington, so I'm really looking forward to today and the weekend ahead. It's a beautiful morning. Hopefully it will stay like this for the weekend. However, I do think there is a bit of rain tomorrow, but we'll have to see. But I'm really looking forward to it. So it's the same layout as Donington. So we have 4 practice sessions today of half an hour. And then Saturday we will have practice, qualifying, sprint race and endurance race, and then the same on Sunday, and it will be split the same across James and I as well. So lots of seat time and I'm really excited to be back here with the team and out racing again, so I can't wait to get going. I am just out the back in the paddock by the truck, and I'm just about to walk into the garage and you can see our setup that we've got here. So as we come in, as you can see, currently 9:30 and I have been to sign on. I have my white wristband and the sticker is on the car. We're just about to go to noise testing, our final checks before practice, and then we are out in about 40 minutes for the first practice session on the Indy layout. I'm in my kit, all ready to go out, and yeah, I'm really excited. There's cars already out on the track, as you can hear, and our session is for GT Cup only. So our 4 practice sessions today will only be the cars that are racing this weekend. So yeah, it'll be busy on the Indy layout and a much faster lap time, probably about 50 seconds. Whereas on the GP loop it'll be about 1:30. So yeah, a lot shorter lap time, but looking forward to it. Good morning everyone, it is Saturday and it is 8 AM and we have just arrived at the track. It is already very busy and yeah, really looking forward to this weekend. Everything's all getting set up, and after testing yesterday it was really positive. Even though it was still on the Indy, it was still really good to get back out in the car and get into that rhythm, but today we're out on the awesome GP loop, so I'm really looking forward to that. The forecast is possibly looking a little wet and I hope it does rain because that's my favourite, but unfortunately I only think there's going to be a little shower about the time of qualifying, so we'll have to wait and see. And we have just arrived at the team. So here we are, we're all here ready, everyone's here and we can't wait to go racing. The format is the same as Donington, so James will be doing half of practice and I will be doing the other half, and then I will be doing qualifying and the sprint race, and then James will be starting the endurance race and then I will finish it. And then on Sunday it will all swap round, so lots of track time for us both and lots of racing, so I will see you out there. It is currently about 11 on Saturday morning and we were supposed to be out for qualifying at 20 to 11. However, there has been a delay here at Brands Hatch this morning. So James and I went out for practice, which was all good. It was our first few laps on the GP loop this season, so it was really good to get that feel in the car and get back out on the GP loop. However, in Group 1 qualifying, so the GT3 and GTO cars, there was an incident, so I really hope the driver's okay, and the marshals have said they are. However, there has been a lot of barrier and Armco damage, so we're just waiting for an update on that to see when we'll be out for qualifying. But then I'm hoping that today will resume as normal with qualifying, sprint race and endurance, but we'll just have to wait for those updates. So yes, it's not long now until we go racing and we're really looking forward to it. One thing we're really looking forward to working on and improving this weekend is our pit stops. So at Donington we were 0.1 and 0.7 short on our pit stops. So that means the minimum time we were supposed to be in the pits, we were 0.1 and 0.7 short under that minimum time for both of our endurance races. So we figured some things out. We have now got a timer on the dash, so when that flicks to the minimum time, we know that we're free to go and we've met that time. So yeah, really good improvements, and we'll be back out soon. Qualifying is complete and I qualified P7 in class. So that is where I'll be starting for the sprint race this afternoon, and it was an okay session. It was challenging. Going out on the GP loop only after a few laps of practice was always going to be difficult, driving it for the first time this year. Unfortunately, I did have a little brush with the barrier. However, the car was okay, just a little bit of tape, so nothing too major, and I was able to go out and finish the rest of the session. So thank you for the team for working on that, and like I said, it was challenging, but P7 starting for the sprint race. I believe I did a 1 minute 34, so still a bit more time to find, but we're going to keep pushing throughout the day and throughout the weekend. So I will see you at the sprint race. That is race 1 of GT Cup round 2 at Brands Hatch complete, and it was a 20-minute sprint race, so slightly shorter than usual due to the delays today. However, I was racing and in the car for that first race of the weekend, and it was definitely challenging with such little time out on the GP loop, but I finished in P8, so still lots of progress there to be made within myself. The car is feeling amazing, so I'm looking forward to all the rest of the races this weekend and to keep pushing and learning. It's obviously a new car this year, and then to be out on the GP loop is quite big. So yeah, we'll just keep pushing and we'll look forward to the rest of the weekend and what is to come. That is race 2 of the weekend complete. It was a 40-minute endurance race which James started in P8 from where I finished in the sprint race. It was slightly shortened down to 40 minutes due to the delays and incidents of today. However, it was a really good, strong race. James did an amazing job in that first stint. I believe bringing it into the pits in P5, and then I went back out in P5. And then overall, we finished the race P7 in class. So lots of positives to take away, and a really good spot for tomorrow. So we'll look over a few things tonight, ready for Sunday morning. And yeah, we'll keep pushing from there. We've still got a lot more track time out there and lots of battles on track, which is really good. So looking forward to more racing tomorrow. I have just arrived at the track and the car is all race ready for today. And the format of today is very similar to yesterday. So I will be going out for free practice for about 3 or 4 laps, and then James will be jumping in and finishing that session off. Then he'll be jumping in for qualifying for his 15-minute session around the GP loop. Then we'll have a little bit of a break and I will be starting the endurance race. So I will be having about 30 minutes in the car, then James will jump in and finish the last 20 minutes. And then later on in the day, for our last race of the weekend, James will have his 25-minute sprint race. So again, lots of track action, lots of time out in the car, and I can't wait to go racing and being there to support James. So here we are in Brands Hatch pit lane. It's quite quiet currently, but it's looking to be a beautiful day. So yeah, here is the car. The bonnet is currently off, so we just have this down here. But here is the rest of the awesome GT4 car. Number 86, GT4 Ginetta in class GTH of the championship this season. So yeah, it's looking awesome. Absolutely love the livery, it really stands out on track. So yeah, as you can see, James and I's name up there, and then our sponsor logos all around the car, as well as the Ginetta logo on top. But yeah, this is our awesome garage setup. So as you can see, we have this boarding around, just gives it a bit more privacy, and then we have the team logo and some more of the sponsor logos around, showcasing them at the racetrack. We have also the awesome SVG logo on the wing here, which looks awesome. The little details like the rug, and yeah. And this board here, this is for the pit stops. So when we come in, this will be out, and then we stop the car right in front of it, as well as the sign there just indicates where we need to stop. So that red box out there in the pit lane. But yeah, that is our garage setup. We're in garage 14 this weekend, right up there. So yeah. The first session we have out on track today is free practice. In about half an hour, I will be out in the car first for about 3 or 4 laps, and then we'll be doing a driver swap, and James will be jumping into the car to finish that session. Once that session is finished, James will then stay in the car and straight out for qualifying, and where he qualifies in that session will be where I start in the endurance race early this afternoon. So lots to play for, lots of time out on track, and we're looking forward to going out for free practice and qualifying and getting those laps in. We have had a free practice and I did a few laps this morning, and now James is out for qualifying. So here we have the live timing. We are currently 4th in class, just there, but there is still just under 10 minutes to go. So still lots of time, and yeah, we're just here in the garage watching James on. We're looking forward to the racing to begin. So where he qualifies in this session will be where I start the endurance race this afternoon. So yeah, we'll be in a good position to go forward for the race. Qualifying and race 1 here at Brands Hatch on the Sunday is now complete. So in the qualifying session, James did some really awesome times, and we were P4 in class. So that put us in a really good mix for the start of the race. I started the race. There was a bit of carnage at turn 1 on lap 1, as you can imagine at paddock at Brands Hatch. However, a really good clean. I had lots of battles when I was in the car with 2 and 3 other of the cars. So right in there, kept on them, battling throughout. And in the pits, after the pit stop, unfortunately it was 10 seconds over. We were a bit slow, but we got out there. We're still in 3rd position, but then unfortunately James started to have some problems with the car. So on the down changes, it just wasn't going down until very late into the corner. And also when he was changing up, so in 5th gear, it was just dropping the revs when it got to a maximum, and yeah, we just lost that time and we had to pit. We got back out there, but unfortunately we finished 6th. But lots of positives to take away from that race, and we're really happy with how it went. Considering the issues we had, it's a really good place to be. So we'll be starting 6th for the last race of the weekend, where James will be competing in his sprint race. James is currently out for the final race of the weekend, and in his sprint race. He's doing amazing. We're currently in P3 with 15 minutes to go. So good luck to James, and we're all here in the garage supporting him. Brands Hatch round 2 complete, and James had an absolutely awesome race. He finished in P3, so his and ours as a team first podium of the season, and it was amazing. We're all so excited, and now it's full push for Snetterton in 2 weeks time. So we've got a really short break, but we're back out there, and we'll be fighting for more of those podiums and just keep pushing further and further as a team. So thank you for the team for making this possible, and my sponsors and partners for allowing me to be here and go racing. Thank you. A massive thank you again for your support of this channel and the videos. I look forward to making more. This weekend's been a bit crazy, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you at the next one at Snetterton. Thank you.